So BIM Labs, as I mentioned, it's an Orthodox authorized training center and a member of Green Building Council, Indian Green Building Council. So we do student and corporate training. We do BIM implementation services for corporates and organizations who wants to adopt BIM in their project. So we do project outsourcing. We do projects. We have a project division named the BIM Studio. Also, we do BIM placement services in various part of India and outside India. We have done around 70 plus placements in last 2.5 years. So we in Hyderabad also we have a placement partner like Arth Design Build in Hyderabad. They are situated in Jubilee Hills. So these are all companies who are supporting us to provide placement for students who are undergoing training at BIM Labs. So these are our contact details. And today's our topic is digital construction in AEC industry. So in my slides you will find so many informations. So for getting the certificate, we have a assessment also. We will share the assessment link after the session. So after reading this PPT, you can answer those assessment, and those who are attending the assessments, we will give you Autodesk certification. So please listen to the PPT and informations provided. So in starting the AEC actually it is our industry. AEC stands for Architectural Engineering and Construction. So you can see a slide over here. It displays it explains the organization structure of an AEC office. You will find electrical engineer, you will find architect, you will find structural engineer, you will find plumbing engineer, owners, facility managers, construction managers, building. So many people are, so many stakeholders are working in an AEC project for its completion. So if you are seeing in detail, so this is the hierarchy. You can see this is the hierarchy you will find when you are considering an office. It starts from an owner, then project management consultant is there. Below that, there will be architects, structural engineers, MEP engineers, contractors. MEP stands for mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. So MEP guys will provide the services to the building. They will be doing the HVAC implementation. They will be doing the electrical connections. They will be doing the plumbing connections. So architects starts the project, and structural engineers are doing the structural analysis and the stability analysis for the project. So contractor execute the project. So many people. So as a student or a professional, you are going to belong these any of these areas. So your job role in industry, you are going to place in any of the segment. So it is very important you to identify how the AEC project works, how the digital construction works. So that is our today's session. So challenges faced in the AC industry. So if you are asking to any of the stakeholders about how their project works, how they are happy with the current workflow, so nobody will be happy because of so many issues. So if you are listing out the issues we are facing in the construction industry, you will find these many issues. Also, you will find some more issues in their practical field. So if you are reading out one by one, you will find the lack of resources, lack of conventional resources, manpower issues, so many issues in the case of resources, material is lacking. So complex design need to be adopted because of various constraints. So that is the second issue. Poorly coordinated design documents and all. Whenever we are planning some construction, there is some issues, especially in case of MEP. MEP, there is issues in the site. So clash coordination is an issue. If you are planning something in the drawing, whenever you are in the field, you will find so many constraints to implement that design in the field because of the clash issue with the existing structures and all. So orders changing and revisions, rework again an issue. Delays, cost overrun is another issue. Then claims and litigations is another issue. Solid waste managing more than 30 funds occurs as planned. So whenever we are planning something, in this case, we are getting 30% of the planned amount. So material consumption is again 30% because of the last minute construction changes. Energy consumption again 42%. That cost in so many areas. So, so carbon emission is again another area where we need to pay our attention, because nowadays all the government organizations making carbon emission free or limited emission of carbon. Energy analysis and carbon emission is very much important in doing a project. If you are belongs to Hyderabad, you will find the head office of Indian Green Building Council. There you will find there is a building that is world's second largest green building in world. So Hyderabad, there is the head office of Indian Green Building Council. So you will find they are doing so many efforts to address this issue. So design drawings not as per client expectations. So you will find so many issues. And a study says, there is a research study done by McKinsey and company says construction industry is ranked in as the second lowest sector to have adopted technology in their workflow practices, because construction industry not at all accepting the technology in innovations and all, because of the some contractors inherence and all. So because of this non-adopting character, they are facing cost higher. The projects, large capital projects typically take 20% longer to complete. So they are taking 20% more time and 80% over budget. So these issues affecting the financial stability of owners. So it is very much important to adopt the power of technology in the construction. That's why world changing to the technology, we're accepting the technology evolution. So if you are seeing the evolution in period by period, in 1950 and 70, there was only hand drawings. From 1970 onwards, CAD came into the picture, computer aided design. So we were started using computer to prepare drawings. From 2000 to 2010, we have seen the evolution of BIM. So 3D drawings, parametric 3D models came into the picture. So SketchUp, ArchiCAD was there, Revit building was there. So in 2020, nowadays we are talking about algorithmic model, photogrammetry, artificial intelligence in BIM, generative design, robotic construction, Internet of Things kind of technologies are there. So if you are a person, if you are a student looking for a job opportunity in AEC industry or in your industry, you have to be well prepared in the list I have given in the read in the last area. So you should aware about BIM, you should aware about artificial intelligence. So then only you can get a job which is highly paid. Otherwise, you will end up in a job with salary of 5,000 or 6,000. If you know BIM, you can claim the salary of 25,000 to 30,000 per month in the current scenario. So in my session, I am explaining how you can get that salary. So what you need to do. So this is the outcome. This is the overall content I have prepared for today's session. So please note down the points I am explaining. So BIM, that is the topic we are focusing now. BIM itself, the company in Hyderabad, Arth Design Build is a company where we are tied up with for placement activities. So they are giving 25,000 as a base salary for the freshers, and other companies also offering the same. So if you are well equipped in BIM, you can also claim for that salary and you can start working. Or if you are a good person, if you are good, if you have entrepreneur's capacity, you can start your own company to do BIM projects. So building information modeling is a technology. It is not a software. It is a technology actually. It covers all the stakeholders in a project. It will coordinate architects, structural engineers, MEP engineers, project management, and guys, whoever participating in the construction projects will come together and they will work for a single objective. That is the completion of project in on time, on budget. So the objective of BIM is to plan effectively, design effectively, construct effectively, and manage effectively. So these are the taglines we are using. This is the theme of building. Plan effectively, design effectively, build effectively, operate effectively. So this is the terms we are using whenever we are talking about building information modeling. I think it's clear. So this is the very famous cycle we can identify when we are searching in Google to BIM. So this is the image you are getting. So here you can see it is a cycle. So here in the title it is saying BIM in AECO project cycle. AECO means architectural, engineering, construction and operation. So AECO stands for architectural, engineering, construction and operation. So in this cycle, you are seeing the process starting from programming, conceptual design, detailed design, analysis, documentation, fabrication, construction 45D, construction logistics, operation and maintenance, demolition, or renovation. So this is the building life cycle. This is the life cycle of a building starting from its inception to the demolition part, recycling part. So we will explain one by one. So we will be starting with the cycle first, conceptual design and programming. So conceptual design is actually creating a concept. Imagine if you are in a project, you are the owner to construct some hospital or something, you have some money and land, then you will be approaching an architect to start the project. So architect is the first person who is involving in the construction stage from the initial stage. So he will be preparing a conceptual model. So you can read the statement here. Preliminary analysis will be taken care. He will be creating the model in Google Map. You can see a place image in the right side. See, the boxes are there. So in Google Map, where is the place we need to construct the building? We will place the building over there and we will do the initial level analysis. So you can see the softwares using for conceptual design. Autodesk Formit 360, SketchUp are the very basic tools using for conceptual design. So that is with the first information. So second is actually programming. So in the cycle, you can see in the left side also, there is programming is there. Programming is actually design the building with the power of programming. You can do some coding. You can use the IT coding, Python you can use, then some Java codes you can use. So with the programming, you can design the building. You can design complex structures and all. So that is about programming. So initial level with conceptual design and programming, we will be start the design of the building. So the programming, the tools mentioned here is Dynamo Studio and Grasshopper. So Dynamo Studio is a software by Autodesk for programming a design. So that is the second area. Third area is detailed design. So conceptual design is over. If the conceptual design is over and it is approved by the owner, owner says, okay, I am okay with the concept, you can proceed for the detailed design. Then the detailed design will start, and you can see from the outcome of detailed design, we need to produce architectural model, structural model, HVAC model, plumbing model, electrical model, and depending upon the functioning of the building, we need to have more design model. See, imagine if it is a hospital, we need to have oxygen supply, we need to have security systems, we need to have other gas designs, and we need to have security system, we need to have nurses code. So many designs need to be there when we are working in detailed design. So as per the outcome of the detailed design, so many engineers are also working. If you are an architect, you need to prepare the architectural model. If you are a civil or structural engineer, you need to prepare the structural model. If you are a mechanical engineer, you can prepare HVAC model and plumbing model. If you are an electrical guy, you can prepare electrical lighting model and power model. If you are an electrical and communication guy, you can prepare the network and communication. If you are a firefighting guy, you can prepare firefighting. If you are a core civil engineer, you can prepare the infrastructural road and other design model. So depending upon the engineering background you have, you can involve in the detailed design part. So the softwares using for detailed design is Revit, OpenBIM Designer, ArchiCAD, etc. are the very key softwares. Revit is from Autodesk, OpenBeam from Bentley, ArchiCAD from Graphisoft. So these are the very popular tools which we are using for preparation of detailed design. So once the detailed design is progressing, you need to do so many analysis in between. So analysis, actually, you need to do structural analysis. You need to check whether the building is constructable or it is safe during its life cycle. How much we need to dig for the foundation fixing, how much strength we need to have for beams and columns. So these analysis we can done during this analysis process. Apart from the structural analysis, we need to do building energy analysis. Energy analysis, actually, it will calculate how much electricity will be used by the construction or used by the building during its life cycle. Means after construction, when we start using the building, how much electricity will be consuming the building for its functioning. So if it is an hospital, AC will be required. If it is a IT park, continuous AC required. So how much electricity will be used during its life cycle, that we can predict during its analysis and design time. That is what building energy analysis does. Area analysis, how much an area can be rentable, how much area can be usable, that is area analysis. How much lighting is required, how much flex is required. Electrical engineers can easily understand these terms. So electrical analysis, like lighting analysis. So clash and coordination analysis, how the beam touch with the duct, how the beam duct with the lighting conduit and cable tray, how the duct or how the beams touch with the walls, slabs, and floors. So these analysis you can done with clash and coordinate setting. So many analysis need to be done during the design stage. So the tools used for this analysis is robot structural analysis, StatPro, ETABS, and for energy analysis we can use Green Building Studio. For clash and coordination testing, we can use Navisworks Manage. So please note down this software name, which is very much useful, or which is a kind of general knowledge topic when we are attending an interview in the construction area or building information modeling. So this is very much important now informations. So analysis and design is completed. So the model is ready to construct. That time we can do documentation. This time only we will think about documents. If you are thinking about document, what is the purpose of documents? The main purpose of document is to get the approval from the authorities, municipalities, corporations. So for the starting of the construction, we need to submit the drawing to the authority to get the approval. So we need to have approval and submission drawings. And whenever we are starting construction, we need to issue the drawings to the site. So that drawing is known as issue for construction. Whenever we are starting construction, we need to prepare the shop drawings for the actual fabrication parts. So if you are preparing a furniture, if you are preparing a table, you need to know how much material need to purchase, how much plywood need to purchase, in which dimension we need to cut the plywood. So that purpose, we need to have detailed drawings. That is known as fabrication or shop drawings. So RFI documents actually request for information. So if you are a site engineer, you will request for some specific information to the design department to get the detail. That is RFIs and all. As-built documents is actually after completing the construction, you need to draw the actual model. See, if you are working on some design drawings in the field, you will find so many changes during its construction. See, you have planned to create a beam with 3-meter length, but in the room, actually it was 2-meter only. Then you need to adjust the drawing. You will change the 3-meter length to 2-meter. So that red mark will be there. After completing the construction, in the design drawing, you will change the 3 meter to 2 meter. So that updation is known as building. It is very much important. So in BIM, we need to update the 3D model also for preparing the as-built model. So that these many drawings we need to use during the construction process. So software we are using is Revit, OpenBIM Designer. If you are not using BIM, if you are still in a 2D workflow, AutoCAD will be the tool we will be using for this purpose. But AutoCAD is not a BIM software. Revit and OpenBIM Designer, that is the BIM softwares. So note down those things. And after preparing the document, you will start the preparation of construction. That time you need to prepare the models, the fixtures. So window you need to manufacture, door you need to manufacture, duct you need to manufacture, structural rebars and all you need to cut the rebar bars and all you need to prepare. So this process is known as fabrication. It is very much important. So doors, windows, joineries, structural modules, MEP components, other prefabricated modules. So fabrication is very much important. In building information modeling, we have effective solutions to prepare this fabrication. So you need to use Autodesk MEP fabrication tools, Advanced Steel, Tekla, Revit kind of softwares to get the fabrication data. This is very much important whenever you are start the construction process. So after fabrication, we will be starting the construction process. So again, this is very much important in construction 4D, 5D. So again, another question, what is fourth dimension? 4D means fourth dimension. Fourth dimension in construction is time. Fifth dimension in construction is cost. So construction 4D, 5D means after completing the design model, we will prepare the schedule. Which activity should start first? Which activities should start second? Which activity should complete on time? So that scheduling we will be doing with some Primavera or MS project softwares. So these softwares are known as project management softwares. And in Navisworks, this image you are seeing in the right side is from Navisworks. In that software, you can link the Revit model with the Navisworks and you can generate videos. See, if you are checking in YouTube, you will find so many construction videos. In the Dubai, you know the building Burj Khalifa, you will find how the construction process progresses when day by day. So if you are Googling in YouTube, you Googling with 4D simulation, you will find so many construction videos. Most of the videos prepared by the Navisworks and some other visualization company doing this 4D, 5D simulation. So you can check and you can get the videos. So this is again another important process. So construction 4D, 5D is there. Then we will do the real construction. So after this all, we need to manage the activities in the field. That is document management, field management, safety management, coordination, quality management. So all these things you can manage with different softwares. So BIM 360 is a software you can use for all these purpose. So BIM 360 is a tool you can use for all these purpose. You can manage all the things. So once the construction is over, then we need to consider about how we can manage operation and maintenance. So there are so many career opportunities lies in this operation and maintenance, because in an apartment, after completing the construction, the building will be handed over to the customer. Some other guy who doesn't have any idea about the construction process will be purchasing the building. From the very next day, he will start using the building. That time we need to provide him the operation and maintenance support. So if some pipe breaks, if the HVAC AC not working, if a light breaks, so he need to have operation and maintenance support. That time, if we are using building information modeling for the construction, we can manage the operation and maintenance with the help of mobile phones and gadgets. So mobile phone, we will get an intimation that in that building, in that room, that particular light is not working. That time we will get a notification, and we can send a service engineer to that place. After completing that activity, he will update that cases is closed. So this is the operation and maintenance happening in all construction, all developed countries, and all big commercial building. So nowadays industry is looking for these capabilities to execute the functioning of the building. So if you are a civil engineer, if you are a mechanical engineer, if you are an electrical engineer, even if you are an IT engineer, you can get lot of opportunities. The thing you need to do is learn the technology, learn how to model this, how to operate this, how to operate mobile applications in this area. So many opportunities are lies in between. So that is operation and maintenance. So I have explained so many softwares in between. So this is the list of companies who are developing the software. You will find Autodesk over here. You will find Bentley over here. You will find Dassault System. You will find Namesake. You will find Microsoft. You will find Oracle. Actually, it's a Mitsec actually. Then Greatech will be there. Tekla will be there. So these are the companies who are producing so many softwares for the execution of all these process what we have explained in the previous slides. So that is BIM vendor, technology vendors. If you are counting the software, you will find these many software. As I mentioned, this is not a comprehensive list. It is a partial list. So many softwares are there. So as a student, you will get confused which software I need to learn. So don't get confused. You can learn at least one software, because software to software, it is almost same. Drawing something in AutoCAD is almost similar to drawing something in MicroStation. So invest in one software, learn the software thoroughly, learn the process well. You can learn any other software. So no need to learn all the softwares now. Whenever you start working, if the client demands, I want to complete a project in Bentley software, then you can switch to Bentley software. So no need to invest in all the software, but in each segment, you need to make sure I know at least one software. So that is very much important to learn BIM and get the most important jobs in AEC industry. So this is actually a sample case. This is a window, image of a window, and right side you are seeing its property. See, you can see there is most of the properties are not filled, is blank actually. So this is not a BIM model. This is a simple 3D model. If somebody says Revit is a BIM software, so you don't believe, because in Revit also we can prepare normal 3D model. This window is actually a normal 3D model. But if you are seeing this kind of window, not this kind of window, this kind of properties. So in this window, if you are seeing information in this column, you can say it is a BIM model. Like this, if in this window, you are seeing so many informations added to this particular information. So now you can say this is a BIM model. So BIM actually building information model. Whatever the models we are creating, you need to add as many informations you can. If you are using a chair model, you can provide the information regarding its dimension, its fabric, when it is purchased, from which company it is produced, when it is the maintenance warranty will warranty will expire. So those things you need to check, or those information you need to add whenever using a BIM model. So that is building information modeling and all. So you can see a list. I can share the video of this recording. So if you are finding anything to reread, I can share this information and all. So this is the list of BIM users. See, you can see a 74. Actually, this is shared by my friend Amarnath, he is heading the India BIM Association. This list is prepared by him. So this list says in BIM we can use these many cases. For these many applications we can depend on BIM. So 74 use cases he gathered. I believe now the list will be more stronger than this 74. Okay, so please follow the link, please see the list and please read the BIM opportunities. So these many companies, as a civil engineer, as a mechanical engineer, you can get placed. So that is very important. Now we will learn some more informations regarding BIM. This is again another important question regarding LOD. LOD actually level of development or level of detail. So level of detail and development is, if it is LOD 0, see, nothing is there. If it is LOD 100, it is a conceptual model. If it is LOD 100 conceptual model or a planning model, you can see both. If it is 200, you will see some more detail added to that model. This is work in progress model. If it is LOD 300, this is design intent model. We have added the doors and all. If it is LOD 400, you can see it is a construction model. Some more information added. If it is LOD 500, this is called as-built model. Here also you can see the below image, you can see LOD 100, it's a very concept. LOD 200, much more detail. LOD 300, again some more details added. LOD 350, some more detail added. LOD 400 means as it is constructed. So LOD 500 and 500 plus means you can scan the building model and all. You can do the actual information. You can add or you can have the actual information as per the constructed one. So that is level of detailing and level of importance. So it is very much important to learn what is LOD 400. It is construction model or fabricated model. What is LOD 500? It is as-built model. So understanding these terminology is very much important when you are claiming that I am a BIM engineer or I am a BIM modeler. So this is already we have explained. 3D stands for existing conditions modeling. That is, you know, 2-dimension and 3-dimension. If it is 4D, it is cost or scheduling. Sorry, time or scheduling. If it is 5D, it is cost part or estimation part. If it is 6-dimension, I already mentioned that if you can predict how much electricity will be used by the building during its operation time, then it is 6th-dimension BIM or 6th-dimension construction. So 6th-dimension is sustainability or energy factors. 7th-dimension is regarding the facility management. I already explained regarding facility management. Whenever a customer start using the building, if you are looking to manage the assets or the facilities in the building with the power of technology, with effective facility management tools, it is 7th-dimension BIM. So again, it is another question. What is 7th-D? Means it is facility management applications. If it is 6D, it is sustainability. So it is very important to learn or understand these terms correct, means accurately. So what is the purpose of, what is the benefits of or proponents of adopting BIM? So I am not reading one by one. You can read it, or we can read the headings. Conflict resolution. So we can reduce the conflicts effectively. We can adjust the course as change occurs. We can speed up the design and construction process. We can reduce the ultimate cost. So these are the proponents. I have one more list. Single entry. Since BIM is a collection of information, it is a preparation of database of an information. You need to provide entities at one time only. If you are giving the length of a window in one time, that information can be used in any time, any number of time. So if you are giving the door name in one area, that information will be stored in the database. You can access in documentation time or estimation time or construction drawing generation time or 4D simulation. So that is a single entry is very much enough for preparing a model. Then alternatives, you can do the design changes. So if you are designing a kitchen or if you are preparing a MEP alignment, so you can have different iterations. If the client is not okay with that alignment, immediately you can change it to the next design. So it is very much effective to change the system, or it is very much effective to have different derivations of the model. Design optimization is another area. Conflict identification and resolution. This is almost same as the first point we have discussed. So these are the proponents of BIM. So constructability is again construction sequence and scheduling, life cycle evaluation, operation simulation. So you can add so many information, so many points in as proponents of BIM. So if you are investing in a BIM, if you are belongs to a company, if you are doing a project, or why the company is using so many BIM solutions, because of this is the factor. With ROI of BIM, you can change the budget, you can reduce the cost, or you can manage the budget up to 40% reduction. Your cost precision will increase up to 3%. You can decrease up to the 80% of the time needed to generate expenditure code. So estimation can be easily generated. You can save the time of clash detection. You can save the value of contract through clash detection by 10%. Time saving you can reduce up to 7%. So if you are digging into much more detail, you will find so many return of investment data while adopting BIM in project to project. That's why all over the industry adopting BIM as a managed as a mandate for their construction process. So these are very important informations. And you can see if your country in India or Singapore or Middle East countries or America or Britain or Europe countries, whenever they are adopting BIM as their construction protocol, so this is the level they are looking for. If you are only using CAD, we will say they are in level 0. If they are using AutoCAD 2D and 3D, we will say it is level 1 BIM. If you are using BIM, if you are using Revit 3D model and BIM, normal conventional BIM, it is known as level 2. Level 3 actually advanced BIM, means we will be using if we are using any company software, we can transfer the data without any data loss. So actually it is Open BIM or iBIM, it is referred as iBIM. So all developed countries, Singapore, America, European countries, all are heading to level 3. In India, this is actually the detailed explanation, level 0, level 1, level 2, and level 3. You can read the actual explanation. This is actually a pictorial representation. This is actually a descriptive explanation. Also, I have one more image. Here, this is also stating the same concept. Level 0, only purpose and all. No computer is there, but we are not using a CAD properly. In level 1, we are using computer, but not entirely BIM. So process will be slow. Level 2, we will be managing 3D model. But level 3, all the engineers are getting the information from the central model. So this is intelligent BIM. So that is open BIM. So this is the maturity level adopted by industry. So level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3. India stands somewhere here, level 1 and level 2. India not made mandate BIM. So we are in between, we are moving to level 2. Singapore moving to level 2 to level 3. So that is the organizational BIM maturity. It is again very much important when you are talking about BIM. So these are the countries heat map. You can see Singapore actually made BIM mandate for a building above 5,000 square feet. So 5,000 square feet, you can simply imagine in our India, a normal, a big house. Some VIP's house is having more than 5,000 square feet. So in Singapore, if you are construct something like this, 5,000 square feet, above 5,000 square feet, so you need to adopt BIM. That is mandatory since 2015 itself. So in other countries are in different stages. America, they have their protocols. Germany, they have their own protocols. Middle East, they have their own protocol. Korea, Denmark, Russia, Sweden. So all over the countries, they have made BIM in their projects in many stages. So this is very, that's why I am saying BIM offers so many opportunities for the students and professionals. So that is BIM. So this is the standards. If you are focusing on the standards, if you are a company adopting BIM, you need to follow these guidelines, ISO guidelines actually 16550 19650 and 5. So this is the main guidelines you need to follow when you are adopting BIM. So this again same. So these many data, these many details you need to follow, or you need to read all these protocols to adopt BIM. So that is BIM. So these are some completed projects. Actually, this is a Nanjing International Youth Convention Center in China, and this is constructed by 34 months actually. So you can see the completed model, and this is the details. So this is a completed sample project in China. This is actually a project in this is a project in DC Alliance, New York, and this is a project name, Global Creative Research Center Hire. So this is the final project, and this is the details. So you can get the details in the from the internet. I also get the same from internet only. So this is a project in Middle East. Actually, this is actually Expo 2020, supposed to start in October 2020, but unfortunately, because of COVID outbreak, they have postponed it to next year. So this is actually the Expo area, Dubai Expo Village, and this is the model prepared by the UAE government as their pavilion. So this is UAE pavilion in the right side. This is the complete expo. You can see the building in that area also. This is actually developed. You can search in internet. It will state help you get you the history of the design. It will get you the history of design. This is actually developed inspired from the falcon leaves. So that is the shape of, or it is developed from the falcon leaf, means falcon bird, and now it is looking like a flower kind of thing. So this all designs are developed in BIM only. So this is like that. And if you are a student or a professional, how you can get the jobs? So these are the BIM profiles available in the construction industry. So if you are a civil engineer, if you are an architecture, so this is the basic job. You will be enrolled as a architectural BIM modeler, then detailers, and then you will be promoted as to BIM coordinator and BIM manager. So this is the same scenario in civil engineering, structural, mechanical, electrical, and if you are an IT guy, you have a lot of opportunities in this area. You can be a visual programmer of BIM model. You can be a IT administrator of BIM projects. You can be a BIM server manager or BIM data centers, because it is having some more technical knowledge in this AEC area also. But it's all basically IT kind of thing. So if you are an IT guy, you have also opportunities in industry. So everybody thinks BIM only have opportunities for architecture and civil, but mechanical, electrical engineer having so many opportunities. So invest in this area, you will get placed within a minimum time. And why BIM profiles are more popular? Because it is technology driven profiles. It is suitable to fresh engineers, and it is new technology. Since you are very young guys, you can learn new technologies quickly. So in an architectural firm, you will find so many old-aged employees. They are very much comfortable with AutoCAD and CAD 2D softwares. it is very difficult for them to adopt or learn new things in a quicker time. So it is the possibility, chances for you guys, younger guys, to learn new things and do the maximum. So also it is offering high pay scales because it is very much hot topic in the construction industry. Chances of promotion is higher than considering other profiles in the if you are spending time in site as a site engineer, you won't get high salary and you won't get high promotion. You need to spend in the dust and the heat. So here you need to spend in office, in AC office, and you can draw things. But if you have skills, you can get high scales and you can promote to BIM coordinator or BIM manager in very minimal time. And openings also very high because it is a growing technology. It is not matured enough. It is still developing. India still it is not popular. Government not made it as mandate, but India, if you are considering the Statue of Unity, our Vallabhai Patel statue, it is constructed in BIM by L&D Technologies. So that is again a important thing to invest on building information modeling profiles. So that is like that. So how you can, as a student, how you can crack this profile, how you can achieve this job. So simple procedure you can follow. Identify the companies who are working in BIM. So I will share some companies. I will share some companies today. You can follow their LinkedIn page. You can follow their Facebook page. You will get the opportunities and case studies. So understand the job description. What is the job description they are looking for? You attain those skills. Maintain the LinkedIn profile updated. Follow the companies and company key personnel. Whenever you are submitting a resume, submit the resume with a portfolio. If you are doing some project in softwares, get the printed one or get the images, get the videos, attach as a resume as a portfolio. You can send it to them. So you can prepare a kind of a PPT and all, you can send to them. And believe me, you will get the job for sure. So if you are claiming that I am strong in structural detailing, if you are claiming that I am strong in project management, if you are claiming I am strong in preparing 3D or 4D videos, so you will get the job for sure. At least you can start your own firm also if you are skilled enough to crack these things. So this is the mantra for getting BIM job. So these are the companies. As I said earlier, you can note down these companies. You can visit their LinkedIn page. You can visit their website. You can visit their Facebook page or Twitter page or Instagram page to identify who are working in this firm, what are their projects, which softwares they are using, what are the career opportunities they have, what are the job descriptions they are expecting. So get the details correctly and work on that areas, get placed. So this is world leading companies. Standex, Sistra, McDonald from Australia, Jacobs from America, Atkins from Canada. So many companies. So again, I have another list of companies. So here you will find 9 companies. Here you will find around 12 plus companies. So in some companies from India, L&D is from India, Eurasia from France. They have office in Kerala. This Adventure is from Kerala. Srinsoft from Chennai. They have office in the US also. DDG from Kerala. Arth from Hyderabad. BIMX in Kerala. This Singapore company, they have offices in Bangalore. Pinnacle from Calcutta. They have offices in various parts of India. Engineering Works. Arcad is having offices in Bangalore. So many companies having offices in India. So you have a lot of opportunities there to get place. So follow these companies, learn the requirement of their job description and get hired. So managing a profile in LinkedIn is very much important. See, this is the image I have taken 2 days back for some other presentation. So search for BIM jobs in LinkedIn. You can select the location. Entry level, you can mark. If you are a fresher, you can mark as entry level. It will list you the opening jobs. You can find the company's names. You can find the job description, everything. So if you are searching the persons working in Atkins, you can follow them as well, and you can be personal communication with. If you are smart enough, you can directly talk to HR of Atkins, and you can ask them, madam or sir, you have any opportunity. So this is the mantra for getting place. So you can read all the company informations and job descriptions well. So about BIM Labs, as I mentioned, we are the academic and all. We are Autodesk Authorized Training Center. I have already explained. So this is a list of students placed by BIM Labs in last 2 years. So you will find the companies in Earth. You will come companies in Middle East. You will find companies in Kerala. You will find companies from Saudi company. So many companies we are tied up with. Our students are getting placed in all these companies, and we are offering some internship program. Actually, I am in the end of the conclusion of my session, and I will briefly explain where is the briefly explain the programs which the students can get benefited. So we are organizing internship program and training program for students. So this is the list of internship program. If you are an engineering guy, if you are an engineering ongoing student, you can enter into any of this program, and we will give you a sample project, and you can get expert on these areas. So this is approval drawing there, this is infrastructure is there. So list is, you can find so many other topics in my in our website or with our technical team, sales team. So these areas we will give you projects and all. So this is actually the first description, digital construction with BIM. So these many areas we will be covering in that internship, digital construction with BIM. So if it is infrastructure planning and all, we will be covering about InfraWorks 360 and Civil 3D and all. If it is visual programming and all, we will be covering regarding this Dynamo, how it works, how we can manage nodes and all. So like that, we can manage. Then design of structural elements, about how you can choose the material, how you can apply force and load, how you can do the bending moment diagram, how you can apply design code. So those areas will be covering in that internship. And approval drawings, again, preparation of corporate approval drawing, corporation approval drawings, that we will be discussing in that area. Energy efficient building is again another area, about how the electricity will be used during the functioning of the building. That area you can do this particular topic internship. And ETABS training is also there. Here you will doing a structural analysis of a building with given in design codes and all. Then this is quantity estimation. All these topics are related to the construction procedures, and you will be giving a project, and you can do the project with the help of the faculties from BIM Labs. And this is MEP for mechanical students. You can do prepare these kind of designs. This is actually the image for mechanical engineers. This is, they are supposed to design and construct as an MEP engineer. So this is MEP mechanical 3D modeling. So this is again another area. So this is again electrical part. If you are an electrical engineer, this is your requirement. So you will be learning how to prepare the lighting fixtures, how to prepare power circuit and all in a building. And if you are a project engineer, it is applicable to all engineers. If you are a civil engineer, if you are an architect, if you are a mechanical, if you are a civil electrical engineer, if you are electronic communication, if you are an IT engineer, this is the mandatory subject for you to work in a project. You should learn Primavera or MS Project with project management ideas. It is very much mandatory to be work in a project. It is beneficial for project engineers and design engineers. Okay, so this is about the topics of internship, and this is already I have mentioned. You can choose any of the topics. We will be supporting you to complete the project with on a specified time, and our faculties will be helping you, and you need to submit the report. So for this attending this internship, you should have 64-bit operating system laptop or desktop to complete the project, and you need to have Revit software. Actually, the software is free to download. You don't need to use any crack or something, and we will help you to download the software with the student license and all. So that is our internship project. And if you are looking for detailed BIM training, you can have BIM for architects training, structural BIM training, MEP BIM training, construction management in BIM. So this is the detailed syllabus. If you are interested, I can share this syllabus and all. So this is for architects, this is for structural engineers, this is for MEP engineers, and this is for construction management engineers. So construction management BIM. So these many topics will be covered. This is actually a 15 days exclusive training program. You will be giving the complete training and you will be getting a project internship also. So this is training plus internship. The courses I have mentioned earlier is only internship. That is the difference. So you will get 2 certificates here. Earlier you will get 1 certificate. That is the difference, and the learning wise also this is much more beneficial for you. So we are offering a free knowledge BIM check. If you learn something, actually this is the link you need to follow whenever you are after completing the session. If you are looking for a certificate, if you need a certificate, I will share this link. So this link covers the topics I have mentioned in the slide about LOD, about BIM softwares, the basics of BIM. So you need to attend this form to get the certificate. I will share the link with you soon. And if you know AutoCAD, we are offering a free AutoCAD quiz. Again, it is 50 questions. You can go through the link. You can answer it. Once you completing or submitting the quiz, you will get the certificate. Sorry, you will get the score. There is no certificate for this, but you can check how good you are in AutoCAD. So that is AutoCAD quiz. And I am concluding with this. So we will be going for a Q&A session, question and answer session. You can keep your question. So please note down our details. If you want to get the call and all, if you are looking for to do any courses and all, you can contact them. And if you want to talk to me, this is my number. You can note down this number. And with this slide, with this note, I am concluding my part. So now we can ask the questions you want to learn, you want to know in detail. You can unmute yourself or you can type in the chat window. So please.